Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I had forgotten completely about the not wasting nuclear fuel thing, and I want to look into doing that, I think. This setup isn't really designed for it because of the way that all of this stuff works. Okay, so boy, these pipes are just a big, giant mess. And why do we have all of this stuff? Did I control click on it? Yeah, I guess I did. Just looking at this, actually, it looks like all of this is connected. All the steam is connected. That's good. It's a good thing. All right, so what we need to do is set up a little bit of a steam reserve. Maybe just put a tank. Maybe just one tank? That's, because, yeah, we just want a kind of an indicator to know that we have an excess amount of steam. This is a detector. We're not actually using that as sort of a battery thing. So, yeah, we'll take that down, and take out basically just a decider combinator. We'll read from that, and if steam is less than, I don't know, 10K, output, what do we want to output? S for steam. And we can just set that to a 1. Alright, and over on this side of the world, we need to actually use the active providers right here to get these empty fuel canisters out. We don't want those hanging around. Okay. And, okay, so we need to get this S signal, and we'll keep it green, and we need to run you over here, and we need to connect you to all of the inserters that are pulling out. Reach over? Of course not. Why would it? Do we have a power pole down here we can go off of? No, can we fit in a power pole up here anywhere we can? Right there. Fantastic. All right, so that goes over to there. That goes over to there. That carries our S signal all the way around. And we want to enable this when S is greater than 0, right? So that's not going to pull out unless we get a signal that we are low on steam. There, there, and there. All right, and we need to now hook up these two. We'll use the red wires for that. And you are enabled. Let's see. We want to Enable, disable, we want to read the hand contents as well, and we want to pulse, and you are going to go only whenever you get the empty uranium fuel cell pulse, like that. Oops, didn't mean to drop that. We also want to override your stack size. We just want to give you... All right, so let's review. Let's review and do a little code review here to make sure that this makes sense. We have this right here that's basically all of the steam pipes are all hooked together, so that's one single steam network. So all the excess steam from this entire thing is going to spit out right here. So as we run out of stuff, that is going to drain. Once that gets below 10,000, we're saying, okay, we're actually starting to consume more steam than we're producing. That's going to detect this, and it's going to send out an S signal. And that is going to go out and cause these guys, S is greater than 0, to grab the empty fuel cell from this. That is going to do that. We need to make sure that those are all set to read hand contents as well, because that would be bad. All right, and whenever you see that this guy has one of those fuel canisters in his hand, greater than 0, you are going to insert a single fuel cell into there. All right, and I believe that will work. Let's go ahead and put one of these in here just because it doesn't have an empty fuel cell. All right, we should have some that are... You guys are just full of all kinds of stuff, aren't you? Let's go ahead and take all of these out. Sorry, this is stuff that I should already know and have going. All right, and you're actually inserting in fuel because we don't have the logic set up for you yet. All right, I think this is going to work. I'm going to go ahead and set all the rest of this stuff up, and I will see you in a few minutes. All right, I think we got everything set up down there just fine. The one thing that we do need that I've forgotten about is the facility we need to recycle this stuff. Let's see if we can just kind of squeeze this in here. There. All right, we want a requester chest, and we want this to somehow go out. I think all of that will work. We need a requester chest in a better position. There we go. You are going to request the empty fuel cells. You will recycle those. And that will put out more of that. All right, and it's a big mess down here, but... It all works. You probably need to spit out. If we could get that like that, that would be optimal, I believe. All right, there's all our recycled canisters, and that is looking pretty good to me. All right, let's, we can't look at the nuclear reactor and see what's going on. However, we can see that, I'm confident. I'm confident that that is looking pretty good. All right, and another thing I did is I went ahead and, set these guys to stop because I want to get the second Covarex thing going before we get to dedicated to doing nuclear fuel. I also put a limit on this guy, and I may even increase that further because we really don't need that much nuclear fuel to keep all those reactors going, especially with the battery running. I forget how many reactors one of these can do. I think it may be 10, it may be 20. Running full, constant, all the time. But, yeah, right now it's all off. So, that's good. Alright, so let's get in our train, finally, and now that we can stop messing with nuclear garbage, and come over here and start playing with, setting up our smelting setup. This is gonna be fun. Oh my gosh, I did that manually. Can I do it twice? No, I can't. I was so excited that I actually made that curve manually that I didn't know what to do with myself. Let's just say Art 3. That's where we're gonna end up, so might as well just automate at that. Actually, Art 2 probably would have been better. Well, Art 3 will work. So I don't remember in the calculator if it said how much, let me just glance over here real quick. 40 and 21. Interesting. And even though we technically are only going to need that many, we're probably going to want a couple, probably want to do one line anyway, even though we're not going to fully need that. So yeah, let's just look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we cross 8 with a blue underground? I think we can. Yeah, so that's going to be our thing. Okay. All right, so 1, 16, 32, 48, right? So that's going to be our ore in for iron. That is that visible from space? Okay, we can kind of get an idea of basically what that's going to look like. But we're going to have a bunch of overhead here. $16, 16, and 16, or 8, 8, 8, and 8. Either way, that's how many rows we are going to need. We're going to need 48 rows. And I think we had the little miniaturized blueprint right here. How many rows is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's convenient. That is very convenient. So if we had like a whole bunch of logistics stuff right there, you know, dealing with belts, running in iron lines, running in copper lines, running in train stations that are also moving in lines. And we did it where we started a line, maybe... something like this right here. Okay, so that would be 8. Boy, I don't know if I want to put any breaks in it. Save a row of beacons. That's a lot of savings for modules and beacons and things like that. So that's 2. That's 3. Oh, we got bad guys. Can we do it with just our hand lasers? Do we... I don't want to shoot. I don't want to blow our stuff up. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Must have been the ones that the artillery train missed. All right, and I've lost track already. How many was that? Oh boy. Let's see. Let's take that. That is 48, so that is 24. So that's half of what we need for iron. Wow, so this is going to go down just a whole long ways. Oh, and we've got a bad guy base there, don't we? I'm seriously considering just wiping out the biters. I don't know that they're doing much anymore. Just that I can go and take the artillery train around and just go ahead and destroy everybody. If it's even worth having them. If they're more of an annoyance right there than they are like a challenge. Yeah, so that's the question right there. Do we maybe break this up a bit? I think we may want to do that. Let's take one more row here. Get all of those down. Are we out of beacons? Probably out of beacons, aren't we? Yeah, we are. And let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess I could just 15, 16, 18. So it's going to be that right there. Yeah, so if we took this line right here and brought it in on the top and took half of it out there, half of it out there, and then we would have this many bus belts coming down the middle. And just kind of be a little bit more compact about it up top. I don't think there would be anything too wrong with that. We'd only actually need half of these, basically 3 of these lines going across over to that side, and then we'd have the 24 lines coming out at the bottom. And then maybe over at the bottom of one of these, we would have the area coming out that is the steel smelters. And that would grab a little under half of them. And that would work out. There's going to be so many rocks and stuff up here. And probably need to get the modules out of our inventory as well. All right, well, I think that's going to be the idea that I'm at least going to start with. We'll build half of them over here, half of them on the other side. We'll get the input belts running into that side, and then down the middle, we'll have that many. We'll have another one set up for copper, doing something similar, as well as one for steel that will be on the bottom. And I think that'll take care of all of our smelting needs, at least for the 1K science a minute. That should cover it, and it'll be all nice and compact and in one place. We won't have to worry about train logistics or anything like that. The only thing we'll have to worry about is we'll have to put in a station somewhere that's going to be unloading, where we will actually have to worry about train logistics, but it's going to be a lot less complex than it was in my last megabase, that is for sure. All right, well, I'm going to head back to base and get a good supply of beacons, get a good supply of furnaces, get a good supply of all the things, and I'm gonna think about wiping out some biters via commands or mods or something like that, because you know, this is it's just annoying, is all it is at this point. It's just an annoyance. It's not a serious threat. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.